The boy swallowed an iron nail, but it got stuck in his throat. The onlookers around looked worried, but the next second, the boy suddenly spit out an egg, then a second, then a third. The audience stepped forward to give tips. Who'd have thought that with a trick he'd just learned, he'd earned enough for him and his mom's weekly food money. He ran home happily, and like a magic trick, pulled a silver coin from his mom's hair, then a second, then a third. Finally, he had his mom shake his body, and more silver coins fell out. He promised his mom that one day, he'd turn those silver coins into gold. He was the future world-famous magician Houdini, known as the king of escapes, and his escape stunts still leave people impressed to this day. Who would have guessed that Houdini's first teacher was a butcher? Once, in front of a crowd, this man took out a saw, planning to saw the woman in the wooden box in half. Everyone else looked away, but only Houdini stared wide-eyed, which caught the butcher's attention. So he invited Houdini on stage and turned the sawed box toward the audience. The butcher told him to tickle the woman's foot, and the next second, she let out a loud laugh. Then the butcher had him help close the box, and when the lid opened, the woman stood up, unharmed. Looking at the amazed crowd, Houdini suddenly felt a sense of satisfaction he'd never felt before, and it opened a door to the world for him. But as he grew older, he realized these street magic tricks could barely make ends meet. Though soon, an opportunity quietly came along. One day, while Houdini was performing a handcuff escape act, a sheriff stopped him. The sheriff walked over, put real handcuffs on Houdini, and demanded he escape in front of everyone. His wife was a little worried because her husband had never performed like this before, but Houdini turned calmly, pulled a wire from his belt without hurry, and unlocked the cuffs in just a few seconds. Watching the audience's disbelieving faces, Houdini suddenly had a bold idea. The next day, he went to the police station, brought a reporter, laid all his savings on the sheriff's desk, and wanted to make a bet, saying, "You can't hold the one and only Houdini." The sheriff didn't budge, so he pulled open his shirt, patted his stomach, and mocked that the sheriff's fists were like cotton, with no power at all, and that really made the sheriff mad. But after one punch, Houdini wasn't hurt at all. He even taunted, asking for another. In the end, he got his wish. He was handcuffed, searched thoroughly, and finally pushed into a jail cell. Before leaving, his wife remembered to give Houdini a loving kiss. The sheriff sensed something was off and told Houdini to open his mouth for a check, but there was nothing inside. As he left, the sheriff threatened that if Houdini couldn't escape, he'd arrest him for disturbing the peace. Houdini didn't care. Once everyone was gone, the real show began.